Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, welcome. It's gonna be hopefully exciting day. I don't know if it's gonna be as exciting as yesterday. Freaking mini map. You haven't seen it. Got the mini map working yesterday, which is amazing. Hey, Guts. I'm doing well. How are you doing? I made a few little adjustments since yesterday. One of them being, as you can see through the door now. It's not great, right? It's not great. And I feel like maybe I should make it like completely see-through where I am. Oh, it's better than yesterday is already a good thing. It means it's on the uptrend, and that's important. Hello, Antonio. The like was yours? What? Well, welcome in. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but welcome. So I did that. What else? Oh, I added another level. I created another level today. This one. So I just made a very long room that just has a little platform in the middle. And come here. It's just, that's it. Just a long room. Goes from between one floor and another. Well, the other thing I actually learned today is these things. You can specify if they're an entrance or an exit. So what I've done is I made so all the ones that are multi-floor, the top level ones are always entrances and the bottom level ones are always exits. And so what that ends up happening is if I play, I don't have, see, you can see in the mini map at top right, I have the arrows showing down. They don't show up. And in fact, if I load any level, oh, okay, this one's actually going up. It should always have me going down only, unless I missed one. Did I miss one? Hold on. What room is that? I can't see what room that is. Can't. Oh no, I've taken way too much damage, and now I fall into a hole. crap. What room was that? Let's see if we can find that room. Hold on a second. So it wasn't this one. This one only has 2 entrances. And yeah, exit, entrance. Which one was it? Is it you? It's an exit. Exit. There's no other ones here. Only other one here is entrance. There's only 3 of them here. This one? This one is only a single floor. This doesn't have any multi-floor business. This one. Entrance, entrance, entrance. Exit, exit. Maybe it's not guaranteed that it'll be an exit or an entrance, but it tries to put it there. Maybe that's it. But more often than not, it was definitely spawning them all facing downwards only. Yeah, you can see on the map there. Right, they're both facing down. Because the stairs are heading downwards. And everything here is below me, which is great. That's what we want. We want to... Oh, here we go. This one is above. So this one spawned going up. That's interesting. Yeah, we just confirmed that this one is indeed an exit, but... Maybe there's some... It's not a perfect system. Maybe it's not... Oh, you know why? I know why it is. So... If I go up... That's not the way to go. There's a bunch of enemies here. The way through this place is going to be the bottom way. Well, this is a terrible spread. One thing I actually want to do is today we're going to be modifying the experience. But yeah, see up here, there's no doors at all. So I'm not sure why connected down below, but yeah, the exit is down below. The entrance though should have been up above here. Real weird. Why was the entrance? Oh, it's exit. Yeah, it's module exit here. I can rebuild it just in case. Okay, but today, what I want to do is swap out the experience system and all that. So, right, what we had is I want to remove the healing orbs. I want to make those orbs when the enemy dies, instead of instantaneous XP, have those XP fly into me, and that's going to be the experience. It should be more fun that way. Oh, I also fixed the door issue when the door was kind of shutting, like on top of me. It was actually a pretty easy fix. So if I come here, it's not immediately shutting until I'm a little bit further in, and it was just a matter of moving that mob spawner a little bit closer inwards. So yeah, it was a relatively simple fix. But let's go ahead and go to our testing level, and yeah, so we want to modify the spheres. So a couple of things. First of all, I haven't put your HP back up. Second of all, your XP can go back down. There we go. And then let's swap you out with the skeleton. Also, I'm gonna change your idol, because this is still the old idol. Idle one down. This one? This is the one. Yep. With the one with the sword. So by default, it'll have that one now, which is more accurate to what we want. Okay, so the mini-map obviously isn't going to work, but it doesn't error out, which is fantastic. Because it says it's not valid, so it doesn't do anything. Okay, so those orbs, right, are the ones we're currently getting to regain health, and we want to swap that out. So we want that to be experience. So which is the item geyser. So which is this one. So let's take a look. So when I am nearby, it gets my stats component and then it modifies the health. Now I want to modify experience instead, but we want to control how much it drops. So let's go to the enemy as well, because I'm having them drop a random amount. So if we come here, this is spawn the blood spread, yeah. Stopping the AI, increasing the score. Ah, here it is, spawn loot. Can I just search for spawn loot here? Yep, there it is. Okay. So this loot counter if the loot count equals total loot count, it's on the begin play. Ah, here it is. Total loot count. So basically, it's spawning a certain amount of orbs, right? But we want between 0 and 4 in this case. We want to always spawn at least one orb. So let's change this variable. This would be XP orbs spawned. And this is going to be a random integer in range. Say, or no, it should. Let's do it instead based on the experience. So if I, here's what we'll do. We'll spawn it based on experience. So if we have 100 experience, let's say like 120 experience, maybe he'll drop a 100 experience orb, and then he'll have 20 experience left, and then he'll drop 2 10 experience orbs. And then if he has single digits, he'll drop a 1 experience orb. That is like the idea, but of course, then we need to figure out what increment of experience orbs we want. Maybe 1, 5, 10. But so let's configure it for 1, 5, and 10. But I think I'm going to configure it to be not perfectly divisible numbers like this, because I'm always going to specify they're going to have like 20 experience, right? And if 20 is going to just evenly divide into 10, 5, right? So I might make it 1, 3, and like 7. So that way, if I specify 10, we'll get a 7 and a 3, right? If I specify 15, maybe we'll get 2 7s and a 1. Right, this is gonna be divisible much more interesting. You know what? Let's just configure it by this right away. I'm not even gonna set this up. So we'll set it up 137 based on what it is, which means we need to specify. We need to set it up where we can spawn it and what kind it spawns. Okay. So this is the master item that spawns. As in, this is the item that spawns out of them with some random velocity. And all it is the sphere. Okay. And it's just a simple emissive. Now, what we're going to do is let's make it a more of a dynamic material, and then we'll control the color based on the value. So let's make a new material. Yeah. This is going to be our XP orbs. So these are going to be unlit. And they're just going to be opaque spheres. And yeah, we'll just make this a convert to parameter. This is going to be the just the color. We'll make it white by default. And let's add an intensity. Or, no, I don't even need to do that because that intensity we just pipe right into here. So this is all we need. But one thing I will use is current some primitive data instead of the color on primitive data 0. So create material instance. And we're going to move this to blueprints. Where is it? This. Apply. Apply. So here we need to go with primitive data defaults, right? It has color, but to add it, and now we can specify, let's say, white or red, rather. So this is red, for example, and we can do the same thing here. And let's have it a red for now. And you know what? I'll just take this guy out. And there you go. So there's our little red orbs. Of course, we want it to be dependent on the amount of experience. So we need to have an exposed value here with all the information we need. I mean, really, it's just we need to know how much XP we have, and then we need to spawn base of that. So the fact that we actually need to do that, I can kill this. Don't need that here anymore. So instead of the spawn loot, right, it's just going to spawn loot counter. We need to figure out how many we need to spawn. So if I go to here, is it here? No. XP is on character stats. XP dropped. get XP dropped. Okay. So I might want to set up a struct with all the XP types. Or we could just do it through variables. Just store them once and we don't need to have like a struct or anything. I think we just do that for now. So, okay. Let's think about this. If I divide this by 7, and then floor it, we get an integer. If this is greater than 0, that means we have orbs of this. Can I be sure? Hello, Screen Apple. That's an odd thing to ask. I mean, what? That's... No? It's all subjective. What? That's like one of the most subjective things in the world. We have this. So if this is true, we need to know what the remainder is. And we can do that by doing, I think it's a modulo 7, which guesses the decimal point. And the decimal point then multiplied by 7 will get us the value we have left. Right? Well, let's check this out on begin play. We're just going to test this out here. So we're going to print this, please. $21. Hold on. What is the XP dropped on this guy? 10. Modulo returns me 3? Ah, 3 is the remainder. Okay, so this just gives me the remainder. So I don't need to do any math on that. Yeah, I'm just used to doing decimal points, which was expecting decimal points. But yeah, the remainder is 3. Awesome. So that means so then I can take this and do something similar here, but here we're gonna divide by 3. And then from here, after this, 3, then we modulo it by 3. And then, so the remainder then is just checked if it's greater or equal to 0. Okay. So, if it's greater than 0 on this, let's say max XP orbs. This is going to be it's an integer array. No. No, it doesn't. It's not an array. It's just a value. Set max XP orbs. Because this is going to tell me how many fit in this. Yep. Medium XP orbs. And we have the minimum XP orbs. Okay. So no matter what, if it's true or false, it needs to continue on. So it should do all of this. And then at the end, let's do a print text. Format text. Max orbs. Or yep. Medium orbs. And orbs. Okay. And so we're going to pipe in max, medium, and minimum. I'm going to change this to MED. Med is terrible. There's no good middle. It's maximum and minimum. It's not average, it's just the one in the middle. Crap. There's no good one on this one. That's okay. But what we can now do is, right, so if we did this and I hit play, 1 and 1. Okay. So let's test this if I increase your experience amounts. So if I change XP drop to like 13. 1 max, 2 medium. Max is 7. Yep, that's 13. If I did 12. Yeah, okay, perfect. So math all checks out. Okay. So now we need to expose some stuff here. Oh yeah, this thing has been named wrong forever. It's not a master item either way. This is to be XP or spawn now. And this is now XP orb flying. Oh, that'll do. Okay, so for the spawn, on begin play, we can go grab the sphere, set primitive data. It is vector 3, I'm pretty sure, because there's no color one. What is vector 4 technically? This is the runtime data only, so it doesn't serialize. Yeah, okay. So if I was to test this, can I just promote this to a variable? Linear color. Only set custom primitive vector 3. Okay, it's vector 3. Oh, we'll see. We'll see if it's vector 3. So for this color, we'll make it bright pink. Oh, ads.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Yep. Let's wait a moment for ads. And yeah, the color is updating. Perfect. So we're going to need to set this color based on the orb. And then we're going to store the experience, the amount of XP that orb has, also on the orb, and then pass it along to the new one that spawns. So we're basically taking the variable and just passing it along down the chain for each child that is spawning. So it should be relatively simple. And it's just going to be a matter of figuring out how many we want. Now, right now, this is being hard-coded. That it's going to have 3 here specifically. I don't like that. This is going to stay consistent. This value can be a variable. This is all the same value. This is the same value, right? And can go on being the same value. Just a matter of figuring out how to spawn it at the end or store that info at the end. So I'll probably think about this at some point, and then maybe we'll swap this out. Probably for something better, more modular. But for now, I think we'll be fine. Okay, ads are done. Okay, so this is working. So we can set the color. So the color would be instance editable, expose on spawn. And then we also need to get the XP value. Welcome back, Guts. No worries. I mean, you're not forced to stay here. This can be a float. Int. So right now we're swapping out the experience. So right now, when the enemies die, right, they spawn their little orbs, and those get absorbed as health, and we're swapping that out for the experience. And so we're setting it up where, depending on how much experience the enemy has, will depend on how many orbs of certain colors get spawned. It's not about being forced, it's about supporting someone's work, which I believe profusely. Well, I appreciate it. So right now we're setting up the random color that it's going to be changing the color, and we're going to need to pass along the experience value as well. And then here on this one, which is this flying version, we also need to have the color. Which is also going to be exposed, and then the XP. Float. Exposed. And then here on begin play, we just copy this. Okay. And then here, if I refresh this, there's our XP and their color, which we can just pipe in here. Oh, yeah, I know I renamed it. Okay. So that is looking good. This is all fine. So after, I don't know why I have this timer here when I can just do a delay. I have no idea why I'm using a timer. Delay does the job. Maybe I originally had it looping, and so it's just from that. That's my only guess. Okay, and the modify experience is going to be our experience value. That's how much we're going to get experience. Okay. I'll detach this for now. Yeah, this mess can stay for the time being. This mess can actually, let's reattach it for now. So I just confirm that we're getting the right info. So spawn loot. It needs to do 3 for loops. Hold on. Okay. This does not need to be a timer anymore. This spawns at an interval of 0.25 seconds. Okay. So that makes it so, right, they don't spawn immediately, which I don't want, because if we do a for loop, they all spawn at once. Let's try them all spawning at once. You know what? Let's just see how it looks, all of them spawning at once. And then if that looks bad, we'll go with the timer and figure that out. Because maybe it's just going to look fine. In which case, cool, we're done. So I'll just take this and I'm just gonna scooch it over to the side here. Alt orb drop. Take you. So we're gonna need you. So we're gonna need a for loop. So first we're gonna need max orbs. Starting at 1. So I can expose this. I can make this a function and just expose these two values because the rest is all staying the same. I'm going to collapse all of this. Okay, let's first do the entire thing. Move this over. Okay, uncomplete. It's going to do this. Uncomplete. It's going to do this. Minimum XP orbs. XP orbs. This is 7, 3, 1. Okay, color. Sure, we'll make one hot pink, one yellow, and one green. Just very different colors. And then to make sure that I'm not getting XP otherwise, am I doing... Is it on the main character here that I'm doing the experience? Or it's on the take damage. It's probably on the take damage. On death... Yeah, here's the modify XP. I'm going to detach this. So, if I kill this guy... I have 10 experience. That looked pretty good. So, right, it says I should have 1 and 1. And there's 2 orbs, 1 pink, 1 yellow. Pick that one up, pick that one up. Okay, is it that easy? Let's say he's gonna drop 43 experience. So that means he should have 6 max orbs and 1 minimum orb. Hold on. Just get rid of you at this point. Okay, 6 max orbs, 1 minimum orb. I kind of like the geyser. I kind of like that geyser. All the experience drops, like flies out at once. And we get all the experience. Yeah, that works real well. Okay. In that case, we don't need this here anymore. Okay, your experience. I'll do like 37. I want to get all three. 39. There, 511. Okay. Yeah, you get all of them. I feel like I want them to last a little bit longer before they're absorbed. Let me just try increasing that delay a little bit. Maybe like 0.75 seconds instead of 0.5 seconds. A little bit less. 0.65. Okay, I think that's a better one. It starts to go down a little bit before it gets absorbed. Okay, what colors do we want to do for the spheres? Because we can control that now. This is going to be under the enemy. So, yeah, we don't want it to be red. So let's do bright green for the biggest one. Yellow for the medium one. And a light blue for the smallest one. They're all pretty bright colors. Oh, they're all unlit colors. If the whole place is like pitch dark, you'll still see them. See? Make it even darker. Yeah. You see them no matter what. But one thing I would like to do is the gamer has RTX. I mean, it is technically using Lumen right now, so I guess. So one thing I want to do though is this is very manual. And what if I have down the line, let's say enemies dropping 100 experience as the norm, or 1,000 experience? I might want to add higher level orbs. How do we do that? I could put it in a struct. I don't need a struct, I just need an array. An array of values. Okay, let's try to figure this out. This seems like something that is good to figure out now. XP orb tiers. If this is an array of integers, right? Let's say I have right now 7, 3, and 1. Okay. duplicate this up here. So perhaps all this to function because I want to use local variables. XP orb quantities. Okay. So it is going to you don't get the so right now I'm hard coding 7, 3, and 1 as our orb values. But let's say down the line, I'm going to be like, okay, well, we're no longer dropping like 10 experience by average. We're dropping 1,000 experience at average. I probably want to have the orbs at the lower levels be 7, 3, and 1. But maybe I want to have it an option of having like a 20 experience orb or a 30 experience orb now as well, on top of the 7, 3, and 1. And so I want to dynamically add more values and remove values and change those values. So it's not tied to specifically 3 orb types. It can be as many as we want. Not the same orb. You want to have option to have more orbs or less orbs. That's the main thing. You want to control the amount of orb types. So I need to get what's a local variable? XP orb index. I'm sure mob level is a thing, but it's possible to place and add a multiplier for experience. Well, that's the plan. Well, that's the plan eventually, to have them have their like the amount of XP they drop scale. But again, I don't want the colors to be, I want like the XP to also represent, like the color of the orb to also represent that. And I mean, yeah, it could be done where I change the color based on the experience, if I have, or based on the level. But I think this is fun to do and figure out, so we're gonna try to figure it out. If not, we can always go that way. But this gives me more flexibility, assuming I figure it out. Really assuming I figure it out, okay? So I need to do this and do a for each loop, actually. Because so I don't need to do this get orb index. So what it does is it gets this. Yeah, it divides here, floors it, and checks if it's greater. If it is, it needs to store this information. So right now we're still have XP orb tiers. Let's do XP orb quantities. So we need to set array element. Array will expand index if it's greater than... Yeah, scale to fit. So the item is going to be this. The array index is going to be this, so it's going to keep the same index. So it's going to do that, but the next time around, it's not the experience dropped. That we need to do. We need to then take the modulo of it. So we need to also take the modulo of this. Why is this one... Oh, interesting. I guess this one you can't convert like that. Promote a local variable, XP left to drop. For this, it stores this information. Then it's going to divide that each time, and then it's going to store this. So it needs to calculate all this, do this check, and then whether or not it's true or false, it needs to do this. And then when it's done, print text. When it's done, print string, doesn't matter. And we get the quantities. I'll actually do a for each loop. And we print the array element. So we have 511 right now on our setup. So here, if we do a get orb quantities, this should also print 511. 115. It's fine. But it printed the same value. And that's important. So, you see we have this whole mess. It's all hard-coded. But now, it is all in one section. But the values are all correct, which is huge. What I want to do now is get these XP orb quantities. And so we're going to detach it here. And then here, for each loop. Okay, I am going to need to add a struct here. Because we need to store the color and the color information and the XP information. So let's make a struct. XP orbs. Sure. So we're gonna need XP amount. This is going to be float and orb color. Linear color. And it could be white by default. Okay. So here is where actually we're going to do the... Right. So here we do 7, 3, 1. Again, I'm going to do...
Ads are here.
Oh, ads.
Pausing for ads.
I'm going to set up the colors just one more time. The same as we had it. And then we await ads. Drink of the day? Drink of the day is gasoline. I haven't driven it in my car in a while. And if my car's not going to use the very expensive gasoline, I mean, I might as well. I don't want to go to waste. But seriously, though, I really should drive my car. I don't want the battery to die. I need to drive it. Oh, I have some sparkling ice. It's my 0-calorie sparkling fruit drink of choice. When I went to the store today, I got a bit. Not nearly as exciting, but I don't have a lot of it. Water's better anyway. Okay, well, that's not true. It might be better, but it's not as tasty. Yeah, sparkling ice is... I love this stuff. Not specifically this flavor. It's a good flavor. Orange mango, but... Yep. No. This is an actual drink. Okay, ads are done. Yeah, if Sparkling Ice wants to sponsor a very, very tiny channel, I'll take it. Doesn't even need to pay me. Just give me a lifetime supply or like a full supply of free Sparkling Ice every day. I mean, I'll be happy. For a while. Okay, let me just... Okay, we're just swapping out this loop to, instead of using this orb tier, so use my struct that I made. So here, take this, we break it. Okay, the XP amount was integers that I was using. That's integers. You there, and there. Okay. Now XP orb tiers we can get rid of. So this should do the same thing as before. Let's Grab this. Okay. Just small lifetime. Yeah. It's just a simple lifetime amount of free drinks, please. Thanks. Okay, for supply 115. So that is all correct. Great. So it is still all correct. And now what we can do, right, is do this orb quantities. And then here we do a loop body. So we're going to spawn it. We're going to spawn it based on some information. So we take you. We get the yeah, so this is going to do it for each, and then we need to do a for each loop again. No, for loop. Just a regular for loop. Starting index 1, ending at last index. Because that's how many we need to spawn of each. And then we need to get to this one. Break it. Color. XP. Pipe you in. Is this correct? Let's find out. So he should pop out with 7 orbs, 5 of them being green and 1 yellow and 1 blue. Yes. Excuse me, how you do some blueprint. Then change for something else, delete the old part and don't get lost. Like, what the hell? I mean, yeah, here I'm deleting this now. I can get rid of all of it, right? This whole system, right, that we did here, the manual one, is now gone. So this, right, this 3-line thing is now replaced with this. I can get rid of you. I can get rid of you. This is it. That whole thing is replaced with this. And it's now fully modular. So what we can do now is right, so right now he is doing a bunch of green, etc. So if I wanted to, I can go to my enemy. And right, we have these 731. I can add another one, and I could say have one at 15. I just make sure they're ordered this way, and this, let's say the 15 is going to be white, right? So white, green, yellow, blue. I'm not changing anything else. White was very difficult to see. Let's just make this hot pink. Doesn't help that right behind it is white. So, you see? Now it's hot pink. And if I add another one, and let's say this one's gonna be like, I don't know, red. but it's going to be a value of 50. Right? He doesn't have 50. So he's not going to spawn any red. Hold on a second. He should have spawned any red. Excuse me. Brand string. Get first one. Or tiers. Quantities. Get the first one. Print it. Why is it saying 7? Hey, holy crap, welcome in. Why did it say 7? It is 50. If I look at your stuff... sorry, if I look at your stuff, you're dropping 39 experience. So 39 divided by 50, floored, should not be greater. What is this returning me? Why is this returning me 7? Why is this returning me... Ah, hold on. I think I know why. If this is false, index still plug in, this still plug in, the value is just going to be 0, scale to fit. Now it's 0. Because I just wasn't setting it to 0. Let's do this. Okay. So now, if I did this for each loop, what I break? Ah, okay. I see the problem. If this is false, as in this does not divide, we don't do this. We keep the old one. 02002. Is that correct? Let's find out. So 02 means 30. 002, 32. And he's set to have 39. 02, 0. Yeah, I got 32 instead of 39. Why did I get 32 out of instead of 39? $40. It was all going so well. It was almost perfect. But it's 50, right? This should just say 1 and zeros. Interesting. That last one. Okay. So it's not quite correct. So let's figure this out. Also, how is it? How are my lights not? Is it really not sunset yet? It's almost 8 p.m. How's it? Hold on. There you go. Let's manually turn on the lights. Yeah, what time is sunset? Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, it would have turned on like in a few minutes. Sunset is now at 8 p.m., 8:06 p.m. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's run through this. So it checks 50 experience. This is returns false, so it sets it to be 0. Okay. Index 0, because this becomes 0. The amount of experience left to drop is still the same. I've not updated it. Then it goes to the next one and says, okay, it divides twice. It is over 0. So it becomes 2. And then this is left. So this should print 9. Oh, hold on. What are those values? 2.6 and 0.6. Sunset at midnight? Wait, what? I mean, yeah, I'm on West Coast. But what do you mean sunset at midnight? Is that possible? Isn't the whole point of the time change the fact that at your time zone, the sun was setting around the same time? Oh, my sunset is your midnight. Okay. I'm like, I don't think that's how the time zones work. Because that's the whole point of them. So that way they... Okay. That makes sense now. That makes sense now. Let's do... 39, and then it says 2.6. Why is it 2.6? This is 39. 39 divided by 15. Ah, okay. Right, it's 2.6. And then I need to multiply it by that amount, by the next XP amount. So if I was checking 15, wait, no, hold on. Aren't I checking? I'm checking modulo. Oh, hold on. I think it's this. I think that's the problem. 9220. Okay. I think that was the problem. So let's just check. $39. The problem was I was plugging in the wrong thing in the wrong place. That's all it was. Simple mistake. Simple fix. It's all you. Yeah. Finds a true programming. Yeah, I'm at 39 XP. Okay, so to recap, it is now procedural. So here in the enemy, I could specify these tiers for all enemies. So, for example, I could just say, after 15, the next tier is 25. And instead of 7-3, we can do like 8-2. We just change these values and I can add more. So I'm going to change these to be 7-3. I'm actually going to make this like 13. Make this one 23. Because I don't want these to be fully divisible very easily. And here, I'll make another one. Excuse me. Why you don't like it when I scroll? Is that the problem? Okay. That. I'll take you, and then I'll drag you above. There you go. So now I can make one that's, let's say, 47. And this one is going to be, like, dark blue. Right? So on this guy, we won't see any difference besides the orbs that are spawned. But if, for example, I make his experience now higher, let's say like 125, and now I kill him. See, there's the dark blue. So now I can dynamically change the amount, the experience, and it'll just dynamically update the orbs, and I can do that really easily. So I can set his XP back to 10, for example. And he's just going to do one green and one yellow. In fact, let's make this 6. 6, 3, 1. So that way he'll do one of each. Right? So if I do 6, 3, and 1, he'll do one of each. There we go. 3 orbs. Right? So this is why I decided I wanted to change the values on this. So it is now dynamic. And we can change the colors of the orbs and the amount of experience each orb then gives us. And it's entirely tied to the enemy in terms of how much experience they have. How to move the orbs towards the camera, the character. So I do it in a 2-step process. So when my character dies, I can go ahead and kill this. We don't need that anymore. Let's move this over and delete those tags. Second. So When he dies, he runs through the XP, figures out how much XP he needs to drop, and then he spawns this actor. And what this actor is just an orb with a large sphere overlap system that is off by default. The collision on this is off by default. If I check collision, it says no collision. Everything is on ignore. The pawn is on overlap. Pretty sure this should be on ignore. Set collision response to channel. Yeah, just do this one, and we do pawn overlap. So after 0.65 seconds, that collision should turn on, and before that, I just go ahead and give it a physics system. So I turned on physics. No, sorry. In this one, it has no physics, but it is using the add impulse. So that's why we can do this on this one. Add the impulse. So that shoots it up in a random direction here. And the 150 is just a multiplier of these values. So some multiplier between plus or minus in both directions. And I put in a manual impulse upwards. Always the same amount upwards. But honestly, let's make a random float and range. Let's make this a value between 220 and 300. Let's make this also random there. And then again, when the pawn, when my character can overlap, it checks, is it player controlled, as in only me? If it is, it spawns a new thing and destroys itself. And the new orb that it is the same thing with a smaller sphere, overlap hitbox. And this one has projectile movement. And when it starts, it goes ahead and gets the actor, and then gets or finds me in the level, which should be right nearby, and then gets my item pickup location, and then what I can probably do is pipe this through. Hold on. Can I... Oh, here we go. If I do self... And then here... Oh, no, not self here. All right. On enemy here, owner, self. And then here, get owner. Pipe the owner through. And then get owner. Get root component. Let's see if that works. Then I can kill all of this. Basically by piping it all the way through. No. Oh, hold on. I think that's not the problem. The problem was yeah, this needs to be set back to quarry only. It was just not detecting that because we changed that system, by the way. Right. There we go. So now it works. And what we can do is entirely kill this. Don't need that or that. We just push that information through. No searches needed of any kind. Fantastic. It's also nice and easy, your progression workflow. Bug proof for sure. Oh, ads.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I don't know if it's fully bug proof, but like over time I get better and better about finding these bugs and figuring out like what's causing them. There you go. That's a lot better. Now that we have this, though, I think we want to have random experience. Just a little bit. Like 5%, 2%, like some randomness. And I think that's the craziest thing I've heard today. No, so I want just a little bit of randomness. That way, the XP orbs that they drop won't be consistent always. Like, these guys won't always drop the same two values, the same two orbs. But at the same time, right? Doesn't matter. No. It made 110% enemies strongest. Give us the same experience plus 0. 1 to 10% enemies strongest. Is it plus 90? Did you move over by like 1 digit? So plus 90? Same speed plus 90 maybe? Oh, ads are done. No, hear me out. Hear me out. Here's what I'm thinking of doing. Just a little bit of XP range. Random float in range. .05. .95. 5%. I just want to test this. I just want to see. So if I kill him now each time, right? We got 3 orbs that time. Right? We had different orbs that time. Green, yellow. Green, yep. That's odd that it's getting stuck on that. Okay, maybe we go back to the system we had before. Set collision at quarry only. No collision. That was working well. Doesn't matter. It's not gonna check anyway. What the hell's going on there? Why is it? The hell? It's not that. It wasn't this. So just so the orbs change colors from one mob to the other? Yeah, pretty much. So it's not always the same, like, orbs on every copy of that mob. That's all. So if hold on, if I killed this guy, right? I got 9 experience. If I kill this guy now, I get 10 experience. Nine experience. Blood is sticky, probably, maybe. Now the problem is here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, why? Oh, I see. It's getting the skeleton as the root. Get owner. Okay, okay, got it. So for some reason, this isn't pushing through. So what we can do is, I will call this homing target. Character. It's actor actually. And we'll expose this. I'm going to target self. And I'll just do a copy of this. And here we refresh. And we push it through. So now, excuse me? This should say me. Oh, no, it's not gonna say me because this is all correct. The owner was correct. It was pushing it through correct. It's just because the thing that spawned them is the thing that spawns them is the enemy. It's not the player. Do I have a... I don't have a reference to the player. I could do this. Potentially. Let's find out. Aha! So, what I just did is when it spawns it, the AI has a record of who killed them or their target, and their target can only be me. And when I do damage or they see me or whatever, right, the target is set. So that's all that needs to happen. Actually, do I even need to do that? Because on overlap, right, we have the instigator here. Hold on, can I just do this? I don't think I even need to do that. I can just do this. And kill you. Push this through. Push the instigator through on the overlap because it's only my player. And then do this. So this is, I think will work. And yeah. Okay, there we go. Even better. Kill me? Wait, what? What happened, guys? It's even better. Here, where we do the check to see if it's the player, we just grab this instigator and just push it as the owner. And then we get the owner, and then we're good. That's how we just push the information that we need through. No casts, no searching, no odd references. Whatever our player is, we just push it through. We're good. Awesome. You're putting your earphones on right when I said I kill you? I mean, I don't know what to say. He's just, I was hoping you wouldn't hear that. I'm killing this randomness. I'm keeping it consistent. And then we'll just adjust the XP drop later on, and we'll make this a dynamic value based on the level or whatever. Okay. But yay! So now all our enemies have different XP. Should we go through and set different experience values for each one? I mean, maybe. We'll do that later. That's on my to-do list. The balance, enemy count, damage, HP, all that stuff. You appreciate that? Appreciate what? But I missed something. XP orbs flying the player instead of instant. Done. No. Now, see, if I kill you, then who's gonna watch me? And no. You're more useful to me alive. And I appreciate you being here. Keeping me company. The lurkers are all here. You're just a chatter. Yeah, but chatters does. Being a chatter helps a lot. That's right, Helicopter. No killing. The only killing we do is in video games. That's the only killing allowed. In this game. Here. Yeah. Okay. So if we go now, let's check out the game. Let's see how it works now in the game. Actually, let's try controller. Hold on. Okay. I don't like being surrounded. Also, holy crap, my health is basically gone. Okay, so now that I can no longer heal myself, this became extremely difficult. There's no more roll. There's only block. Roll has been disabled. Hold on. I'm gonna use keyboard and mouse because I'm just used to it. Right, the problem we have right now is there's too many enemies. That was not it. And also, I get stunned way too much. Like when I get hit. I am stuck, like, right? I got stunned into 2 hits there. So I need to give myself a longer cooldown for being stunned because holy crap, that is like way too much. Yeah, my stun cooldown is 1.5 seconds, so they can just stun lock me. You're sassy and vindictive, you'll tell you to roll even after you finish the game, brother. That's fine with me. Oh, I get it. Holy crap. It's because I say holy crap. Did I say holy crap all the time? And it's very close to holy crap. And if you just slightly mispronounce it or slightly slur it, it sounds the same. Did I get the joke? Yeah. This should help. Okay, good. I'm still at 90. Ha ha ha. Doors unlocked. That's fine. Ah! Jerks. No. Oh my god. Okay, these guys are rough. Okay, Airblade. Die! Holy shit. This thing needs a cooldown. This needs either a damage reduction or, you know, it needs a damage reduction. That's what it does. It needs a damage reduction. Ow. You know what I want to do? I want to have that when I level, I want to heal. high leveled, I should get some HP back. That's gonna help a lot. Let's do that. Level up. Okay, so it's gonna set current level plus plus. It's gonna set my max HP, my max XP, update HUD level. It's gonna do all of this. Yeah, on level up, we want to, we can do health. Now, I'm going to change this modify health. Right now, it's a flat rate. I want an option for to have it like a percentage. So I'm going to add a bool in here and do a percent. You still get vision blocked by the ramps? Yes, you're right. I have not added it to the ramps. We can add it to the ramps. Right. If the camera's here... Yeah, it gets blocked by the ramps. Yeah, okay. Come. Ta-da! Okay, so now let's do this XP. So if percent is false, we do everything the same as before. Get modify amount. Put that in there. If it's true, quick fix them. I mean, yeah, what you want me to take forever? Nah. Oh, it's time for that. Need to get the max health. And modify amount will be the percent. So the modify amount, divide by 100. Multiply by the max health. That's the amount. And actually, then we can just do here and then do a select. Based on the percentage. If it's false, it's going to do this. If it's true, it's going to do this. Which again, it's going to take our modify amount. Let's say that's 20. That's going to put it at 0.2. 0.2 times the max health will be whatever it is based on the max health. And that's the modify amount. So that's how much I'm healing. So now we can do on level up. It's going to set the XP. Update HUD level. All that's good. And then here we can go ahead and modify health. It's going to be percentage based. Let's get back 25% of our HP. Whenever we level, we heal by 25%. That's it. Only 25%. Let's test it. I need to take some damage. Or make sure I've taken damage before I level up. I have not taken any damage. This is very surprising. Also, you're stuck. I need to take damage. Hold on. I was not expecting to do... Yeah, there's some enemies here. Okay. Yeah, there's 20 damage. Some more damage. Okay, now I can kill somebody. Okay, let... Excuse me? Let's not just die. Okay. That seemed to have worked. I think that worked. Because it ended with a 5 and they only do multiples of 10. So I did indeed get 25 health back. Okay. You know, I have an idea for a new ability. Power-ups. 360 shield. Can block 360 degrees. Right now, it's in front of you. Let's make it 360 degrees an option. Seems good to me. Nice defensive power-up idea. Also, I had an idea of how to do the surrounding projectiles. So tomorrow we'll probably do this. We'll try setting up the surrounding projectiles, which is where I have projectiles just circle around me. So I have an idea of how to do that. We'll see if it's successful. Okay, the removing of the healing arms is done because this is like together. Would overlap with other power-ups. It's independent. So here's the problem where I'm having a little bit. A lot of these are very nice individual power-ups, but they don't work together, right? They don't build on top of each other, really. If I zoom a little, so you can see these, right? Well, some of these actually will. You know what? Some of them will. Spectral shots, projectile goes through walls. It will work with chain attacks. It will work with poison attack. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. These will all stack together. It's just a lot of the ones that stack together, I just don't have working together. Armor stacks together. Some of these are just independent, like this. Become invisible. Last stand, culling strike. There's nothing to mesh with them. Phase shift, stat boosts. They're kind of individuals. And I want more stuff that's gonna work together. Would you have the power to increase the blood spatter for maximize gore? I mean, that could just be a setting. It doesn't have to be like a... What's it called? A power up. That could just be a setting we can introduce to just scale the amount of blood splatter. Just for the hell of it. In fact, like maybe the things like the Berserker mode maybe scales the blood. Maybe I'll introduce it into some of these. Well, so we have things like soul. Where is it? Soul siphon. Gain strength for every enemy defeated, right? And it's on a timer. So the faster you kill them, the more powerful you get. So blood, this could increase the amount of blood they drop, the harder they're hit or something. I can have a lot of fun with just even scaling the amount of blood they drop based on the damage you do. Like if you do a bigger hit, they'll drop more blood versus less blood. But those are like little things that don't change really the gameplay. They're just there for like fun. One thing I do need to look into is
ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Is ads. I really need to look into ads. How to run them best. God damn it. I'm just gonna enjoy my gasoline. But what I need to do though is I need to add a projectile weapon, and then we can start doing a lot of these. So okay, here's I'm gonna open up Paint. I have an idea of how to do a projectile one. I want to run it by you guys. I'll do it after the ads are done. But I'm curious what you guys think. Should siphon spill blood from your character? Siphon from the enemy? Maybe you should also drop blood. Oh, I kind of now want you to spill blood too when you're hit. I'm putting that on the list. I'm putting that on the list. Player leads when hit. We're adding more blood. I don't think that's not really what you meant. So I should spill blood from your character. See, I thought you meant like, oh, specifically for Soul Siphon? But no, I just want this to happen just in general. Or actually not even player. Characters bleed when hit. This would require me to change up the entire blood system. But if they have, let's say, 100 health, and they drop, let's say, 100 milliliters of blood, right? The numbers are not correct, but let's just say. And I do 90 damage to them, and they're 10 health, they should drop 90 milliliters of blood. Or maybe, actually, they should drop half of that. So they drop 45 milliliters. So you can get half of the blood out of them without killing them. And then when you kill them, right, you still get 100. You get the rest. And it'll be the same thing for you. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Why is this not M as a hotkey? Sorry. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so they drop about 100 eagles, and they might leave with 45 eagles when they're hit, which leaves them with half of the eagles should be dropped on hits, but when they die, they'll do all of them, whatever's. Okay, but what about eagle egg? Look, we don't touch the children, okay? Adults only. Okay, so I have an idea of how to do the projectile, and I'm curious about your guys' feedback. So let's say this is the player, and let's say there's enemies right all around here. Okay. So right now we can move in 8 directions, right? We can go 8 directional movement, right? So if I fire a projectile, well, it's going to go in one of 8 direction. But what's the problem is, let's say the enemy is right there. Right? So that means if I aim up, I miss, and I aim top right, I miss. Right? Because they're going to be shot straight. Now I have the enemy there, but right, the enemy is going to be, let's say here. Right? But still, it would miss in this direction and this direction. So what I'm thinking is, I do a large line trace, a large sphere trace. So it's gonna check like this area here, right? This area here, right? Something like that, etc. Like here, just big areas. If it finds an enemy at all in this, it becomes a homing missile onto that enemy. So if it found something when it shot, when it triggered, the bullets will fly towards them. If it didn't, it'll fly straight. Now, in terms of like, what if the enemy is just running around, right? Is it gonna keep following them? It'll have an age, so it won't, like, maybe it'll live for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds or whatever. So eventually the bullet will just not hit them if they're too far away or whatnot. Will the player be moving while shooting? He can walk and aim, yeah. But I'm just thinking, like, it's hard to it's hard to like figure out exactly where it's aiming and stuff. It's gonna be easier to do this on a controller. On a controller, you have you will have more of a 360. This is more of an issue on keyboard and mouse, because keyboard and mouse, you literally have 8 directions you can specify. On a controller, I can specify a direction like here and be fine. But I'm assuming keyboard and mouse, we want to make sure that it's also going to be like playable for keyboard and mouse. It'll just be a matter of how close are they to yeah, that is true. It's not gonna be as consistent in that regard. Okay, so the alternative is they always go straight. Right? They always go straight. and you just have a quick fire race. You just shoot, 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 and just move while shooting. You don't stop while shooting. Do you stop while shooting? So we also have the option, right? We can have him stop while shooting and do more powerful attacks, or have him not stop by shooting and have him do weaker attacks, but more of them, or easier maneuverability. What's more fun? I feel like not stopping is more fun. It makes sense to stop when you're doing melee attacks, but I think for projectiles, you don't need to stop. I think moving is better. So we can do weaker projectiles, and then they just go straight in whatever direction you specify. Yeah, it's a faster paced game. So yeah, let's do that. So then we'll scrap the homing part. That makes it easier. Demon Hunter Diablo 3. Oh yeah, that was they were just shooting straight in whatever direction they faced, right? It's been a long time since I played Diablo 3, but I think that's all they did. They just shot whatever direction. You got to just aim it. Yeah. No, Demon Hunters Diablo 3, didn't they stop to attack? Hold on. Can I pull this up? Demon Hunter Diablo 3. Not immortal. Gameplay. Hold on, here. Some nostalgia for anyone that played Diablo 3. I played it. So, in Diablo 3, you do stop when you attack. Like, you're rooted in place when you attack. The aim, right, it is shot... Ah, but see, here's the difference. In Diablo 3, you have a mouse. What if we enable the mouse? Why am I limiting myself to not having a mouse, specifically? Ah, but then how do you do it on a controller? Yeah, you can't have a mouse, because then this is a pain in the butt in the controller. Hungering Arrow? What in the world? What is this? What the what the crap is this? The animation looks so broken. Like, what is this ridiculous? 6 months ago. Okay, this didn't exist when I played it, because I played like at the very beginning. What is this ridiculousness? Okay. Okay, we will not be attacking this fast. Oh, you know what I want to... What if we attack in a cone? What if... What if we attack in a cone? Instead of shooting straight, what if we attack in a cone and we shoot maybe 3 projectiles by default? And the reason I'm thinking that is we have power-ups already for increasing and decreasing the cone projectile attacks. So if you wanted to, you could increase then the cone and get more of a wider attack, or make it more of a shotgun by decreasing the cone. And then all 3 of them would be like here or here. And then you start maybe with 3. Look, everything, all this stuff is done. Games have done this. Like, this is not original stuff. I'm sure. I get it. I get it. I'm sorry. But I think, what if we do 3 simple projectiles? Then we do 3 simple projectiles. We could do one projectile. Three projectiles seems more fun as a default. I'm gonna do 3 projectiles by default. It's just fun to do with your own sauce. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I know. I like to throw gasoline on the fire. You know. Okay. We'll do this. We'll do this. I like this the most. This already plays well with our other stuff. This also means that it has less of a problem of not hitting enemies. And if you really want to play dangerously, you could come in closer and do a shotgun blast. I like that. Also, I was thinking of how do you get different weapons? And I think at the beginning, you will either have you select a weapon, or you'll get a random one. And then we'll maybe have a room on every level where you have a room with a random weapon inside of it, in case you want to swap it to a different one. A cone that connects 2 out of the 8 sides, and then have different power-ups based on that. Like 180 blast, 4 out of 8 sides. Well, this is going to be basically... By default, it will be... This is going to be... Right, by default, this is 45 degrees. So I'm going to have it just be 45 this way. 45 here. 45 here. Right? So it'll assemble itself into a full thing based on which direction you attack. So it will effectively take one of these sections. Every attack, just offset a little bit. And then it'll fire in that direction. Right now, I use a roguelike currency to unlock starting weapon. That is actually one thing I do want to implement. down the line. You know what? I'll just put it on my list because I might as well. First of all, I'll do weapon start. I'll put this under combat. What I want to do is ability unlockables. I don't want every single make it spin. You could spin yourself. You could you could take your controller and you could just spin it. Just don't break. I want to make it so as you play, you unlock power-ups. So you don't have access to every single power-up immediately. I want to have, as you play, you unlock more power-ups, more powerful power-ups, other options for power-ups, etc. That is definitely a much later thing to implement, but I want to just write it down to make sure that it's there. That's not really combat. So, yeah. Still need to implement block break and all that. You say the same thing about... Okay, the minimap is a special case. The creator of Dungeon Architect isn't all of a sudden going to create a full system for, for all that. Oh, speaking of actually Dungeon Architect, there's one system that I have not used yet in Dungeon Architect. And I don't know if I want to use this. So, you can get keys. You can get keys that open specific doors. And you can make it so to get to the boss, you need to first get a key, and then you can open the boss room. So you can't just beeline to the boss room and fight the boss. You need to get a key. And you can do the same thing for, like, get into any room. You make it into a treasure chest room, right? You can make it like into a treasure chest where there's a little lock here, and then again you need a key to unlock it. I don't know if I want to implement this or not. Because on one hand, I do like this system. And maybe now with a minimap, it makes more sense to implement it. Because the problem I was thinking is this is gonna incentivize potentially backtracking. A lot of it. And that depends on how big it is. But now that you have a minimap, you kind of see the map. And I can make the key visible on the minimap. So you know where the key room is. So if you had like a map, and let's say you were in this room, and then you saw like into this room and this room, right? And maybe you saw the icon of a key in here. So you know where you need to go. So maybe we implement that. So that way you can't beeline to the boss. And then I can add treasure rooms that if you get the key, I can also unlock maybe like a card, a random card or something. I think that could be good. Does this seem interesting? I'm curious. I think it's good. At the very least, it's worth trying. Keys to boss treasure rooms. Locked / treasure rooms. And the system is already set up. I just need to, like, again, like the mini map, figure out how to bring it over, and I can just reuse all the stuff from the plugin on that. So I think we'll do that. Because now that with the mini map, it's the main thing is the mini map, right? I can make the key visible on the mini map, which room has it, or where it is, and then you can pick it up. Because I don't want to put it on an enemy. Okay, what time is it? It's almost 9. Is there something quick we can do right now? Is there everything I think I have left to do? Yeah, I like that idea. One other thing I was thinking of, and I'm not sure I might do this. Right now, we have multi-floor levels. And this is a... Right, this is a potentially good, potentially bad. So I have multiple floor levels. So they have this is a 2-floor level, and then you can jump from this one to this one, right? Or you can, go up the stairs and get to the 2nd floor. And these are just the multi-floor levels. And I like this. I really like this ability to just jump down. There are a few things I'm thinking of. And it'll be easier if I load in and show you. One, I'm thinking of letting you jump over just entirely onto the other section and bypass sections of the entire map by jumping out and hope that you land. If you fall out of the map, you just die. High risk, high reward in that regard, potentially. Probably won't do that, but it has crossed my mind. Okay? So that's one thing. The other thing I was thinking of is, again, relative to these kinds of rooms, is right now, if we have enemies here and enemies here, let's say you spawned at the top. You say you spawned here. You killed these guys, but you now need to kill more enemies because you haven't cleared enough, and now you have to go downstairs. Well, what if the room you want to go into, the door you want to go into, is up here? Well, now you have to go back up. So I almost want to separate these out in 2 separate levels, but that eliminates this jump functionality. And I don't like it. I don't want to eliminate this multi-level jump functionality, especially in certain levels. It's really nice. Like in this one, right? You just go down to the lower level. And I just really like that. So I don't think I will remove it, but it's just like I'm just letting you guys know just what's on my mind. All right, so I've killed enough enemies, so I can continue on, which is great. Whee! Just jump down. But right, like if I could just jump through into that level, it would almost be kind of cool. Yeah, I really like the verticality. I don't want to lose that. So I don't know. Do I open up potentially? You know, see many games with this type of verticality. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to maybe open it even further where you can just jump over and just jump over and just go to the other level. Like here, what if I just was able to just jump across? and just not go through the doors in order. But to make it so it's not abusable, like, right, let's say I go through and jump into that room, and like, then I'm like, oh crap, I should jump right back out. I can make it so you can only jump between levels and like through the walls when the doors are unlocked. So it'll also control the walls. So if all the enemies in this room are killed, I can jump across. If they're not all killed, I can't jump across. And there's
ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I kind of really like that idea. Because that really opens up this place. It really opens up this like, right? Because I've changed it where the entire dungeon generates only going downwards. Occasionally you'll have rooms that generate up, but the main path will always be down. The door won't be useless because you can just walk through, and in some places you can't jump across. Here you can't jump across. There's nowhere to jump. You still need the door. The doors will remain. You can bypass the location. Yeah, look, I'm gonna write this down. You know what? I'm actually gonna make. I'm gonna change this. Copy this here. Paste it. This is gonna be a dungeon. Instead of one way. So this, we're staying here. Here. You're out. How's like having another door that you might go to a riskier path? What would make the path riskier? The dungeons are procedurally generated. So what would make it riskier? Ads are. I'm just reorganizing. We were here for the ads. I'm just reorganizing. This. There you go. That's a little bit better. You have to jump through it. So the problem is, right? Let's, if I generate a different, right? I don't know. There's no way for me to know that there's a jump here, right? I can't just put a door here because I don't know when there's enough distance, because it entirely depends on the level type, the elevation. There's lots of factors here that could go into it. So I think just jumping over it is going to be fine. And then it because again, now that we have a mini map, and that's the huge thing, because we have a mini map, it really opens up your ability to know where you've been or not. And I wonder if I can put the map here. That's been something that has been crossing my mind. I don't know if it's possible, but I want to potentially put the map here on this screen where it says paused. If you want to see the entire thing. So yeah, that's on my mind. I think this will make it a lot more fun. Again. And that's the main thing, right? Is I want to make it more fun. Because if here, right, I can just jump down below, let's say. I see there's stuff down there. I want to jump down there. On the map in the top right, it doesn't show there's a room there, but that's because it's on a different floor. And I think there's a light outline there, or maybe I'm just imagining it. You would need to make the jump path procedurally too? How would you do it in dungeon? No. So right now I can't jump across. The reason I can't jump across is not because of anything of Dungeon Architect. It's because of myself. So all my levels, if I go to my levels real quick, and I load up any level, save everything, they have these walls. It's just when the game mode is on, when you're in the game, they're invisible. But there's walls there that stop you from jumping. So what I can do is take all of these walls and make them be able to have no collision when the doors are unlocked, allowing you to jump over it and jump out of the map. Or when the doors are locked, they become walls again. And I think that's what we're going to do. Jump between levels. It'll take some figuring out how to do this, because what I'm gonna need to do is get a reference to every single wall. And they're not blueprints, they're just static meshes. So I can get all actors of tag and then set their collision. And I can tie it into the mob spawner system. I think we can do this. I think tomorrow we will do this. We do it for all walls? All walls with no collision, or some walls where you can... All walls. So, let's say this is the room. By default, enemies are here. You try to jump through any of these walls, right? You hit the wall. As soon as you clear the level and the doors open, you can jump out this way and just fall to your death. Jump out this way, fall to your death. But maybe like in this direction, in this corner, there's a level here. So you jump across and you're fine. So it's entirely a... You can jump out of the map and die and end your run. Or you can play risky and jump, like, if you see something, you could do it. It gives you the possibility. That is your riskier path. Not taking the doors. But you absolutely can do it. You just blitz through. And depending on the seed you get, it could be kind of fun. So I think this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. This seems like a lot of fun. Yes. I'm glad I had that idea, and the more I've talked it over, the more I like the idea. So yes, we'll be doing that tomorrow. For sure. So yes. Yep, the jump between levels is happening tomorrow. Oh, I don't need... Random weapon start is not part of the dungeon. Oh, did I not... Scenery, like, how would it look? So, this is like the thing that I was thinking about, right? Is the problem is we have... I have these, like, quote-unquote short walls. So I didn't want to do this. That's the thing, right? I didn't want to have big walls here that just block vision, and then you have to look through them, like with the cutouts, right? I just didn't want to do that. So I was like, okay, what if we just have an indication of the walls, and we'll figure out the best way to do that with actual assets. But you know they're walls, and that's all you need. So I think we can do this, where a lot of them are just gonna be indications of walls. Maybe, like let's say these are meant to be like storefronts. Well, maybe you'll have the stairs, and you'll see that it looks like the start of a building, and like the first like little bit, and you'll know what it is. Like it'll be obvious what it is, and I could have some of these walls could be visible. So maybe I'll have like a wall here that is actually like a big thing that is, you know, an actual wall, and then you just can't jump through it. This one, like, right? It's entirely possible to just set it up like, you know what? On this level, you can't jump this way. And then that will be an actual like 3D blocking model, and then you can't do that way. So I think it gives a lot of ability options. But yeah, the main reason I did this is just I really didn't like this closed effect. It didn't look good. It feels very claustrophobic, even though when I'm in here, right? If I make these not hidden in game, right? It just like, even if I could see through this wall, which right now I can't, oh, right? I can't see through the wall. Right? It just feels so claustrophobic because this is a small room, but if I have hidden in game on, right, this feels all of a sudden a lot more open, even though the room size hasn't changed, but it just feels open because it is open. So yeah, that's the thing. So we'll have indication of things to make it so, okay, these are definitely walls, right? And then you'll be able to tell which ones what, because you can see through some things, you can't see through others, right? So obviously pits of death will be still pits of death. And I'll make it so at the bottom of every one of these levels will be just the insta kill thing. Sorry, not at the bottom of every single one of those levels. At the bottom of the, I'll make it so if you fall to a certain height in the world, you automatically die. So, yeah, we'll figure that out. But I think that is all for tonight. I am very excited for tomorrow. Holy crap, am I excited for tomorrow. And all of this is possible thanks to the mini-map. I would never do this without the mini-map. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I didn't want to. Because, like, it's hard to navigate the place. And but thanks to the mini-map, thanks to the fact that we can now see what's around, and I can just see, like, on the map, oh, yeah, there's a room right there. There's a room, you know, wherever. You were right again. You're always right. See, that's why we need you here. This is great. And then this should also still work with all the spawners. This should have no effect on the spawners. I just need to implement the door. Yeah. And now, let's say if the doors are unlocked, but there's still enemies there, it doesn't matter. I can go, and potentially I could, the one-way doors is an interesting thing, because one-way doors won't be a thing anymore, because even if it's a one-way door, I could potentially just jump across from, like, maybe not there, maybe I can jump from here, right? So it's interesting. Anyway, Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I had lots of fun. I'm very excited for tomorrow, as I said. And we'll see where it goes. Okay, guys. Have a good night. Thanks again for being here, and take care. Bye-bye.